think it is working now. We're still having a few issues, but it seems
bit of teething.
I'd call it that, yeah. We're starting to get some viewers now, so that is good.
Okay, sorry for late, everybody. I think we're probably about 5 minutes late or something, but this is the first time I've done this, so this live streaming for me is a new thing. I know I did it a few weeks ago with Dr. K for his 1 million subscriber celebration in St Pancras Station. We did it there, and it seemed to work then, but this is a different phone, you see, so we're trying the new phone. It's supposed to be better, this one, but anyway, we had a few teething problems earlier, but we're on. Is there anybody there else?
I think it says we have about 17 people right now.
That's
that, so yeah,
that's
so
a nice
that's pretty
little
good.
audience, isn't it?
It is.
Okay, so does anybody want to learn any Boogie Woogie tonight? I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to keep the tutorial, because this is an experimental tutorial, you see. So what I'm going to do today, I'm not going to home in on any one song. I might take a look at a couple of the classics like Blueberry Hill or something like that, because I've had a few people look for that. There's a couple of people that wanted to know the intro Boogie Woogie Stomp. We might just look at that, but generally speaking, it's just going to be sort of a left hand and a right hand kind of riff things, how to sort of sync them together, because that's what a lot of people that watch my channel, they say, look, we don't have to sync the left hand and the right hand together. So what we're going to do, we're going to sort of home in with the camera on that, and I'm going to slow it right down. If anyone thinks I'm going too fast, I'd like you to say, and I'll go as slow as you like. We've got ages, so as long as the old technology keeps working, we should be all right. So we're going to start with a Boogie Woogie. We're going to keep it in the open key of C. Okay. So we got. Should we start with that intro? I think that'd be quite nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So Els, if you could come. Elsie's my camera lady for today.
Hello.
You probably know Elsie. She's my daughter. She's got her own YouTube channel called Elsie Miles, and she broadcasts every Saturday from this room. And she's going to be doing the same I think it's 8 o'clock tonight. So anyway, here we go for now. Els, here's my piano, everyone. I've taken the front off, so it kind of makes it a bit more. It makes it louder, basically, and a bit more exciting to watch, because you can see all the mechanics and everything. And I've got my bottle cider. I'm not sponsored by these, by the way, although I should be. So we're going to start with a little sip of cider. Okay, to start with. Cheers, everybody, wherever you are in the world. Cheers. Boogie Woogie and cider. Cider's the Boogie Woogie fuel. Anyway, it is for me anyway. I don't encourage drinking that. Anyway, here we go. There's my middle C, okay? Middle C. And we all know the thing about middle C, don't we? I'm not going to go into that. That's Dr. K's thing, okay? So anyway, look. This intro, we'll look at the right hand first, okay? So there's middle C. We start with the C at the top, okay? So it's the octave above middle C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 notes above. And we're going to put the little finger on the C at the top, okay? And then with the thumb and the index finger of the right hand, we're going to play the thumb on the E and the index finger on the G. So it's like that. And then we rock back to the C with the little finger. So it sounds like this. Okay? And then, so it's go down a semitone, E flat and F sharp. Okay, 2 semitones, so it's E and G to E flat and F sharp, and then down again to D and F, which is thumb on the D and your index finger on the F, and end on C and E. So you start with the C at the top, and you always rock back to the C at the top. Now, what makes this intro sound more effective is when you add the left hand. So, and the left hand's really easy because it's only one note, and it's the B flat. Don't play the B flat down there. It doesn't have the same effect. It's got to be the one that's quite close to the C, to your middle C. So it's the B flat below middle C. And then when you go to the E flat and the F sharp, you press the A. Then you go down to A flat here and to D, and then you end on the G with the C and the E. So, and then with 2 hands, 2 Fs, with 2 index fingers, F sharp, and then So you got an intro now. All of a sudden you've got like a kind of standard boogie woogie, quite an effective intro. Now I hope that wasn't too fast, and it's going to be kept on my YouTube channel anyway. So after the lesson, you can kind of, after the tutorial, you can go back to it and watch it again. So one more time. Semitones, we're all going chromatically down now, meaning we go down in semitones. So played at speed, it's kind of, and then you can start your boogie woogie. Now the boogie woogie stomp left hand. Okay, I'm not going to go into that right now because it's quite a bit of a tricky one. But we're going to start with we're going to start just from the start and do the chop. It's the most kind of basic boogie woogie left hand. So your little finger goes on C, and your index finger goes on the G, and you hit the C and the G twice, and then you hit the C and the A twice. Your thumb goes on the A. Try not to use the thumb for the G and the A like that. It's quite a bad habit to get into that, because it doesn't flow as well if you do that. So it's good to use the index finger on the G and the thumb on the A. So it goes like this. So it's 2 hits on the C and the G, and 2 hits on the C and A. So it's one. So that's a left hand, okay? So that usually happens in a 12-bar situation. 1, 2. 3, 4. So that's what I counted there was kind of 4 bars, you see. So it's 1, and again 2, 3, 4. Now we move up to the F, which is four notes up, and it's the same thing, same fingering, little finger on the F, index on the C, and your thumb to go onto the D. And that's just for 2 bars. 1, 2, and then we go all the way back down to C again for 2 bars. 3, 2. Then we go up to the G, which is the little finger on the G, index on the G, little thumb on the E, just for 1 bar now. Then down to the F for 1 bar, and then back to the C. 1, 3, 2, 2, and then we hit the G then to break up, to give it the link into the next thing again, and it just repeats. Now all the bars add up to 12. So I'll do it again slowly. So I'm going to count the bars. So it's important that we change to the F and the G, at the right time. Otherwise, it all gets a bit kind of disjointed if you do 9 bars or 13 bars or something like that. Generally speaking, it's a 12 bar. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 bar, 2 bars, 3, and 4. Then up to F, 5, 6. Back to C, 7, 8. 9, and F is 10, and now 11, and 12, 2, and 3, and 4, and back to C again. So that's the sort of standard riff in C. It's a left-hand riff, and it's called, they call it the chop. I don't know why, but it's called the chop. So when people refer to the chop, that's the riff they generally mean. Now the hard bit is now. Well, say it's hard. It's not. It just takes a bit of practice. It's adding the right hand. Now I'm not going to sort of go straight into, because that takes a little bit of practice, to be honest. If you've got to kind of take things slowly. And as my music teacher always said to me, she said, "Terry," I said, "What?" She said, "Terry," I said, "What do you want?" She said, "Terry, speed will come alone." That's the thing, you see. Speed comes alone. You mustn't try and rush it to start with. Although I can understand why you want it, because you just want to play it. But you have to kind of go through the mill a bit with playing it really at a snail's pace, so that the speed will come on its own eventually. It could be a few hours, it could be a few days, it could be a few weeks, it could be a few months. It doesn't matter. There's no hurry. So we're going to add the right hand. And the way I'm going to do this is kind of just play a chord at the beginning of each bar. So for example, the chord, I'm going to play the chord of, let's say, I'm going to play the chord of C. And I'm going to play it up here with the right hand. So you've got C here, middle C obviously, D, and there's E. So I'm going to put my thumb on the E. I'm not going to play that inversion of C. That's your kind of standard kind of what they call the triad inversion of C. That's like a normal, root position of C. So I'm going to kind of play what they call a musical term now, I'm afraid. It's called a first inversion. Now, this is, you put your thumb on the E here. So instead of putting the thumb on the C, put it on the E, then put the index on the G and put the little finger on the C at the top there. It's still C, you're just putting the C from there to there. And this will help you. And I'm going to add, just for good measure, I've got my middle finger here, not really doing anything at the moment. It's going to play an A. Okay? Now that's called C6th. Okay? Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's called C6 because A is the 6th note of the C scale. But you don't really need to know that. You just need to remember this shape. E, G, A, and C at the top. Okay, so I'm going to start with the left hand, what we call the chop, and I'm going to play this chord at the beginning of each bar. So we do the intro, which we've gone over already, and then we're straight into the chop. Now, let's just play this chord at the beginning of each bar. 1. That's 1 bar, okay? So it's 1 and 2 and 3. Now the second bar, play it again. Third bar, play it again. Fourth bar and final bar for this little in this key on this chord C. Now we're going to move to F. I'm going to do that again actually. Maybe it went past a bit fast. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now when we move up to F for bar number 5, we don't need to do any big maneuver in the right hand. All we need to do is flatten the E to the E flat, like this. 1 note. These can stay the same. Your little finger on the C, middle finger on the A, and your index finger on the G. Just move from E to E flat. And move the left hand, because it's bar 5 now, and on bar 5, that's when the left hand actually changes to the F, riff, or chop. So you get this chord. Now this is all on the, I've only changed 1 note. I haven't had to move up to F. The idea is to move as little as possible in the right hand. So you just move from the E to the E flat. And then we're back to C again. Now when we go back to C with the chop for bar, what bar is it? Oh, that's 5, 6. Bar 7, we move back to C on bar 7. Move the thumb from the E flat back to the C like we did at the beginning. 7 and 8. Now, for the G, which is only 1 bar, it passes quickly the G, we go to the G chop in the left hand, which is here, and we do a bit of manoeuvring here. We go up to the G here, G, which is its root position, what they call the root position, G, B, and D. But to make it a little bit more spicy, I'm going to add the F. Not up there, because it's too much of a stretch. Just add it here. Now, you can either play this F with your thumb like that. Okay? Where the thumb hits the 2 notes at the same time. Or, the correct way to do it, to be honest, is thumb on the G, on the F, index on the G, third on the B, little finger. Like, so it's called G7th. And the reason for that is because F is the 7th note of G. Okay, of the G scale, it's actually F sharp. But that's F major 7th. But this is F, what they call F dominant 7th. In the blues or boogie woogie or rock and roll, that's the one you need. But I'm going to play it down there. So the 3 chords in the right hand are C or C6th, then F, F9th it's called, but it doesn't matter. Don't get bogged down with the names of the chords right now because you're just it'll drive you mad. It drives me mad at the best of times. So just remember the shapes. And then it's back to C. So C, F, C, F, C, F, C. Then to G, back to F, and to C. Now, the way this syncs up the two hands is we're going to just take it really slow, snail's pace. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Bar 5 is when we change by just flattening the E to the E flat. And obviously we change the left hand to F5. 6, goes to the G, 9, down to the F, which is here again, 10, and then back to C again, 11, 12, and 2, and 3, and 4, and. So the idea there is, once you can master that, and the great thing is about putting that chord at the beginning of each bar, is that it helps you count the bar. So a lot of people can sort of feel when the change is coming. They know it just happens. You know where to change. You know you know where to change to F or to G or something like that. But some people, it takes a bit of getting used to. So not everyone knows when to change. So you can use the counting with the right hand as kind of like to count the bars. And the idea is to count up to 12. So again, we'll take it from the intro and do it one more time. This. Remember the intro, we start with the little finger on the C. And we start the 12 bar now. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Up to F. Remember, just flatten this. 5. Keep these the same. G. 5. 6. Back to C again. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. And again. 1. 2. And when you get a bit more adventurous, you can kind of start playing around with the rhythm of the right hand. Before we do any riffs, like, let's just play with those 3 shapes of the chord, because they're quite an effective chord. So play the speed, it can sound quite good. And roll. When I was playing around with the chords, it's exactly what I've showed you. It's just these 3 chords. 1, 2, back to that one again. So there's your C shape, there's your F shape. It's called F9, by the way, everyone. But I'm not going to go into why it's called F9, because it's a bit tedious. You just need to, at this point, for lesson 1, if this tutorial works out, I'm going to possibly do, I don't know, once every couple of days, once every 3 days. We'll see if it works, see how many people we get looking, and it could be a regular thing, And so there you go. And what I did, by the way, there, I was kind of going, those little passing notes that you might have heard were still the same notes of the chord, but I was just playing instead of just playing like this, I was just using these 2 notes. I mean, my fingers are on them anyway, so it's... 2. Anyway,
So
have we got any questions?
yeah, we've got quite a few comments coming up. We've actually got nearly 300 people watching, which I think
300, wow.
is a lot of people.
Can't believe it.
So I'd just like to, I'd just like us to thank Robert, Paul Smith, and Ninja, who have actually been donating to the super chat,
Wow, okay.
which is very, very kind of you.
Who was that again? Just
Paul Smith,
thank you.
Robert,
Paul.
and
Cheers.
Ninja.
Robert and Ninja, cheers. I'm gonna drink to that. You know? Here we go. Look, I'm gonna drink your health, old boy.
And we've seen a lot of Dr. K in the comments section. He's been
I
saying,
thought he'd be out playing.
well, he's in Ireland at the moment,
Oh, he's in
actually.
Ireland?
Yeah, he is.
Oh God! Well, I didn't. He didn't tell me he was going there. What's he playing at? He didn't tell me.
And he says, Terry, I love you. So that's very nice.
I love you too, Brendan. I'm going to drink to Brendan as well. I liked your Instagram thing the other night, old boy. Very fetchy, old boy, I must say.
And a lot of people are asking, where is middle C? We've got a lot of people saying, don't bash the piano.
Okay, I'll try not to bash the piano.
And I've seen that Steve has noticed that you've got your red socks on today.
Yeah, I have their new ones, actually.
And he's also been asking who in the comment section has their red socks on, and a lot of people do, so...
That's good, I'm glad to hear it. Although, Elsie's been complaining a little bit about the red socks, because when I put them in the washing machine, it's terrible, really. It sent all the clothes kind of pink. I didn't realise that they ran. So I've got to wash my socks separately now, by hand, in the sink with fairy liquid. Or other washing up liquids are available.
Yeah, this is not sponsored, not a spawn. Oh, Olivier's just joined the chat. He said a great tutorial.
I like Olivier.
A great camera person. Thank you so much. Steve has just given in the super chat as well, which is very kind. Thank you very much.
Steve. Hang on. Drink to Steve. Cheers, Steve, old boy. Okay.
And someone has just asked, I've missed who it was, but thank you for commenting. A lot of people are commenting. How often do you recommend playing and for how practicing and for how long?
Well, you see, this is a question I get asked quite a lot, actually. I mean, to be honest, I think an hour a day would be good. And now, if you can spare an hour a day, I mean, the longer the better, really. It depends how much time you have. I mean, everyone gets bogged down with jobs and going to work, and there's always something to do, isn't there? That comes like a priority. I know I'm the same, you know, you've got things to do, but if you can just lock yourself in a room where you've got a piano, or if it's an electric piano, put some headphones on and stuff, great. But I'd recommend, if you could do 60 minutes a day, just practice. I mean, I always say, you know, I think it was Dr. K that said that, was it repetition is the monster of, I don't know, I forget what he said now, but it's a brilliant phrase he used in one of his tutorials. I think it was on the Boogie Boogie Stomp tutorial. He used it's the best thing, repetition, basically. Repetition is absolutely, I've never heard that before until he said it, but you've got to sort of play it until, I hate to say it, until you get a bit bored of it, you know. It's the only way. So you know, playing this all the time, you know, once you get to know it, you do get a bit bored of it. You think, God, I want to learn something else. But that's when you know it's good. You see, when you're bored of it, it means you've got it. When you've got to when you do it without kind of thinking about it. So, and it's great. And then you can kind of adventure out and kind of learn different riffs, kind of thing, which I will move on to in a minute. But is there any kind of questions about? Is there anything anybody wants me to kind of go over again?
Well, a lot of people are asking for, I don't know if this is for this live stream or a future live stream, if you know any turnaround riffs or ideas for turnarounds.
Okay. Yes. Okay. So when you get to the end of the bar, there's a number of turnarounds that you can use. Now, this intro that I've used, now that, for example, can be used at the end of the 12 bars as a turnaround. So, okay. So you've done you've done this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 11. You stop on 11. So instead of going 11, go 12. Stop on 11, go. Stop. And again. So you can use that that riff, and there's other kind of turnarounds. That's another one. It's a kind of a variation. So I'll show you again. So when you hit the G on the 12 bar, so obviously it's 1 bar on the G. And then stop on C. And sorry. Now that one, okay, that's another turnaround. So it's thumb on the G, fourth finger on the E flat. So it's a bit more of it's a bit more complicated than, but it's more or less the same thing. These notes are the same in the left hand. The B flat moves chromatically down. B flat, A flat, G. And you just play this, like G, put the fourth finger on the E flat up here. Your thumb on the G, okay, this is just, obviously, the G above, as we all know, middle C. So, and it leaves you mid. Sorry, seems to be a police car just going by. So that's kind of E flat and. Okay, so it's B flat here, G here, and E flat here. Okay, and then we're back again. And there's your riff. E flat with G and E flat to the C. F and a D with an A here. And then E flat to E and G and C. And then you're back again. There you go again. One more time with that riff. E flat and G. C. With the B flat in the left hand. F and D with A in the left hand. And then F. I'm sorry everyone, there's something going on outside.
We are really unsure of what it is.
I'm not sure what it is. It sounds like a bit of an emergency, so I might have to sign off just for now and possibly come back.
Illegal broadcast happening.
I think somebody's having a bit of a joke. An illegal broadcast happening. I think someone's having a bit of a joke. I'm going to see what it is and I'll be back after this short break.
For the people asking why we have bars on our windows, this is why.
I think some
council enforcement are entitled to confiscate all broadcasting equipment.
And now you can all hear that, everyone. It's Hackney. I live in Hackney. They think I'm doing an illegal broadcast.
Should we put the blinds up and see what is going on?
I think we should keep it on film, actually.
I think we should.
I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll go upstairs, open the door. In fact, I'm going to take my drink with me.
I think we need it, honestly.
Yeah, I'm going to just fill it up.
A big thanks to Dave who has donated on the super chat. I know this is a bit of a strange time.
This has never happened before.
We are very confused. It's not a police siren. There's a bit of a...
Yeah, but I mean, that's a relief. It's my local council, so we're going to come out with the camera. And it sounded a little bit frightening.
Yes, the camera is shaking. How...
Is it really?
Yeah.
It's on. We're live, by the way. We're just coming through.
Dr. K's playing a joke, I think. Let's. Is he?
Who wants to join in? All the neighbours.
Hang on, everyone. It's Dr. K. I think.
Would members of the T Milers household please come out immediately with your hands up?
Okay.
Enforcement officers are here to illegally arrest this man who has been broadcasting without a license. Come with me, dear boy.
Am I allowed to put my shoes on?
Okay. Do not fear. There is broadcast occurring. Everything is under control. Do not panic. I am here. Everything is under control. Hackney Council has it sorted. This is not a joke. This is very, very serious. Please return to your abodes where it is safe. This is a private issue. The police are on their way.
Oh my goodness.
I did not know this was going to happen.
Genuinely no idea. Jai is very concerned.
He's got Dr. K's got all my neighbours out. They're all a bit concerned.
I have to say,
The broad has been stopped. Please return to your houses immediately.
He's about to do a duet, yeah.
Thank you very much. We shall now resume the live commentary.
Yes, of course.
Thank you very much. I'm Terry's mate. Look up Dr. K Boogie Woogie on YouTube.
Actually,
I'm Terry. It's alright, it's only a prank, nothing to worry about. Had you fooled though, didn't I?
I must admit,
Well, you know what?
you have me.
Did I have you going?
Yeah.
What did you think? What did you think? Oh, you should have kept filming, man.
I really thought it was Hackney Cat. I thought that they thought I was some sort of pirate radio
Let's
station.
do a duet.
How are you? Mermaid, come in, old boy.
Thank you very much. Are we still live?
yes, we are.
Okay, yeah, so I just played the prank on Terry. I said I was an enforcement officer from Hackney Council. Terry generally didn't know I was here. Terry, come here, man.
I'm
So-
still
so-
shaking. I'm still shaking.
So what did you, Elsie? What did you think? Terry, what did you think? When did it? Because you were playing the piano, you weren't responding.
Well, I thought, oh, they'll go away in a minute.
They'll go away.
And I didn't know what to say to the viewers. I thought, I didn't know what to say, you know.
What did you hear from the outside of the window?
Just that siren. And I thought Hackney Council. And I thought that Hackney Council might have thought it was some sort of illegal broadcast. Because we do get a lot of pirate radio stations.
And so,
I thought the show's got to go on. I must have, my concentration was, I was just showing them this turnaround. Sorry about the turnaround, everyone. I will repeat it later on. Should we go and do a duet?
yeah, let's do a duet, man. Let's do a duet. Right, sorry, yeah. What did you think? Did you get a bit worried there, Elsie?
A little bit, not gonna lie.
I'm still
I
shaking.
thought Eileen would come out and sort us out. She just hid under the bed. Oh, you know it was me.
And I was told you were in Ireland as well.
Yeah, I know. We were in the car outside, you know.
Put
So
that light on the-
I wanted to kind of set it up. I don't know what.
Chopper bite.
So I've just pranked Terry.
Okay.
Yeah, that was actually a genuine.
That was a
prank.
good one.
That was.
So you've got to tell me when did you know it was me? I mean,
I didn't know till I went upstairs. I thought I've got to sort this out. I've got to just say, look, it's just a YouTube broadcast. It's
Yeah.
totally illegal.
Yeah, we were gonna turn the camera off. You were like, okay, well, everyone, we're gonna come back in a minute.
right,
And I thought, I've just got to sort them out. I'll explain it's YouTube, and that's
Right,
perfectly
right.
legal as far as I know.
Right.
And all I'm doing is playing the piano. I'm not doing
But
anything.
did you hear my voice outside?
Yeah, but I didn't know that was you. I thought it was Hackney Council. I mean, because it is the sort of thing they would do.
Because I know you don't like Hackney Council. So you honestly thought it was genuine?
100%, yeah.
Elsie, what did you think?
I looked at
Like, if you look, I don't know if you were, I don't know how long you were watching it for, but as soon as the sirens start, the camera was just.
It wasn't loud enough.
I'm certainly loud enough.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't got double glazing.
No, because I was on the top of the steps and I was doing it, and you kept playing the piano. I thought, he keeps playing. So I had to go right to the window with the siren.
And then I thought, what have we done? You know, have I been fly tipping lately? Not that I do. And then when you sort of said illegal broadcast,
That's it.
I thought, hang on a minute, because I know there's a lot of kind of what they call
pirate
radio stations
broadcast,
around
yeah.
here.
Yeah.
It goes on a lot, so
Yeah,
this
yeah.
isn't unusual. So I
Yeah,
thought,
yeah.
God, it must be real. And when I went upstairs, Eileen, as my wife, said, "It's Dr. K."
Oh, she knew.
She tipped me up.
She knew it.
If she hadn't,
If she hadn't.
if she hadn't have said, "Oh, it's Dr. K and Moomin out there,"
Right.
which I think she looked out the window.
Right, she saw us,
and
right,
she
yeah,
seen you with the camera.
Right,
And
oh,
if she hadn't have said that, I would have come out thinking,
What the? Oh, she spoiled it.
And I think also I would have been fooled because it's dark out there.
Because of that, yeah,
It would
yeah.
have taken me a while to cop on.
I know, because I should. Oh,
Have
right.
you seen all the neighbours?
I know, yeah. Let's do a duet, man. I'm this. Hi, everyone. So I've pranked Terry. This was a genuine prank. We were actually sitting. I said I was in Ireland, but I was actually outside on my smartphone, and we upset all the neighbours in Terry's.
Oh,
phone,
see, so when you said you were in Ireland, you're actually
I was
outside.
outside the door, I was actually outside Terry's door, so God bless Terry, but Terry's wife spotted us, but if she didn't spot us, I would have taken this all the way, Come on, man, let's do a duet. Let's do a duet.
They're asking about turnarounds.
Okay, right, let's
The Texas Boogie.
let's do, okay, let's do right.
Okay, here we go.
Let's just do one or two. I'm not gonna. We'll just do one. Terry. It's your live stream.
Life is full of surprises.
So we're actually going to go now. So I just popped down with my cameraman, and we just wanted to do this little prank. It was a genuine prank.
I
really did.
I can confirm it
so
was
are we getting any
genuine.
feedback on that prank?
Well, a lot of people were admitting that they were quite worried, but they seem to like the prank. So,
Because watch this. I got this from Foxtrot. What's cool about this? Try it, Terry. No. What you do is pull that, hold it, and pull that. That's the siren. Go on. No, it won't go. Go on. Turn it off. No, turn it off. Turn it off. to speak, you've got to push that button there.
Okay.
No, you've got to put, yeah.
Hello? Yes.
Yeah, and it also feeds back indoors, I have to warn you.
1, 2, yeah. So, on the Boogie Woogie, it's 12 bars. It's all around 12 bars. We're going to be doing Boogie Woogie Stomp in a minute.
Terry, listen, we're gonna love you and leave you.
I like that, Brendan. You got me. Yeah,
I got you.
And it's
really
April the 1st.
Like, the thing is, if Terry's wife hadn't spotted it, we could have taken this all the way to the bank. You know?
Honestly.
So give us a hug, man. Give us a New Year hug. God bless you. We'll meet again. We'll see you. I'm going to head off now. Sorry for disrupting Terry's live stream. I'm going to be on Instagram tonight at 8 o'clock. Having a little chat. So this was a totally genuine prank.
It really
you
was.
thought I was in Ireland as well. Didn't you?
I completely fell for it. Yeah, 100%.
So this is a genuine prank. I've got this especially for this
I like that.
live stream. You know,
No, it's good. That's a good one,
It's
Brendan.
a good one. So listen, we'll let you get on with
Well,
it.
we're going to see you to the door, old
Okay.
I'll see you to the door.
Because we're British, I mean, that's what we do. We see our friends to the door.
I think your neighbours think that there was some what kind of lunacy is going on.
But the thing is, that's not unusual.
But you really thought it was abroad. When I said it was, you really fell for it.
I really did. Well, at first I could hear the siren.
You could hear
And
the
I could
siren.
hear Hackney Council, Hackney Council, Hackney Council. And then when I heard illegal broadcast, I was thinking, what? Do you need a licence to go on YouTube?
All right, Tina.
Okay, old boy.
All right.
And so we're going to get back to the tutorial.
Sorry everyone for disrupting the live stream.
I think I loved it.
All right.
I loved it. That really was that beats Noel Edmonds' house party.
Yeah, we even got a wireless mic for it as well. Yeah. All right. Listen, sorry everyone.
No, that's great.
Sorry everyone for disrupting the live stream and genuine prank.
I'm going to have to think of one to go.
Listen, get back to work and listen. I might be on Instagram at 8 o'clock, but I don't know yet. But listen, God bless. See you all.
Bye.
Now. Bye. I'll see you. Take care.
Nice one.
See you later.
See you later.
Not a good night.
God bless.
That was a good one.
That was a good one, old boy. I'm going to think of something now. I'll see you later.
Rod White has donated to the super chat and said that was hilarious.
I must admit, that my heart was going. I thought,
Same, honestly.
because you know when that kind of thing happens, you sort of think, have I done something wrong?
Yeah.
You know, you just it's just like a kind of instinct. You think I must have done something wrong. Yeah. So anyway, we're going to go back to the tutorial and try and carry on where we left off, if I can remember when.
Well, Olivier says you were just about to show us where Middle C was.
Yes, Dr. Casey. You never know. You never know what he's going to do next.
So big thank you to Rod White for the super chat money. That was very kind of you to
So who
send.
was that else?
Rod White.
Rod. And sorry, in all that, have I missed anyone else?
Rod and now Robert.
Robert,
Just
thank
the
you, Robert.
second.
Thank you, Robert. I was taken sort of unawares.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's understandable.
So I was just hoping the siren would go away, and then I thought, hang on, maybe it's an emergency. We have to get out of the house.
That's what I was thinking. I was so terrified.
Anyway, what did Olivia say again?
Olivier says you were just about to show us where Middle C was.
Okay, Olivia. Middle C sharp. But middle C, yeah. Okay, there. Yeah, middle C, and that turnaround one more time. Here we go. G and E flat at the top with the B flat down there. Down to the F sharp there with your thumb and the A with your left hand. Play the D up there and then the C. So we got, and then A flat in the left hand with an E flat in the right hand. Slide to the E and then the G and the G in the left hand and the G and C. So one more time. Can the camera get that? And then, oh yeah, then. These two chords, by the way, are quite important. F sharp, just a one single note, F sharp in the left hand with an F sharp here, C there, and an E flat at the top. Like that. G in the left hand, and then that chord again, G, and the thumb kind of going onto the F. So we were on turnarounds, weren't we? That was what it was, turnarounds. So we'll do the whole 12 bars again from the beginning with that new turnaround. So we won't do as the turnaround. We'll keep that as the intro. Try and mix it up a bit. So here we go, the intro. Intro. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you move up to the F. 5, 6, and 7, 8. Up to the G. Bar 9. Then 10. Then 11. Oh, sorry, and then 11, that's when we start. And then 11. And so played at speed is all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And you're off again then. And so on. So I think that's quite good for a basic boogie. You've got the left hand and the right hand counting the bars. And this intro and the turnaround being. So you can keep playing that, really, the turnaround. That's 2 turnarounds. You could use the intro as a turnaround. Or and that's it. So that's kind of the basic boogie. But have we got any more after after what's happened?
Honestly, I'm still a bit on edge, to be honest. I'm sure you can understand. From the bottom of my heart, that was genuine, and we are still in shock.
I should have known.
Yeah, I really should have known.
I should have known.
I think this is the most genuine response. I really didn't expect this, but I feel like I should have. Max says hi, I love your videos, and he's put hi a lot of times, so I think we should say a big hello to Max for the dedication.
Hi, Max, hi. I'm kind of still a bit shaken. So it'll take me another 2 or 3 minutes, I think, to settle down.
Honestly, me too. Fisherman says that you've got their 5-year-old bashing the piano as we speak, so they seem to be enjoying the stream.
Start young, you see. Start young is good. Nothing wrong with starting old either, by the way.
No, someone has said that before. Are they too old to play the piano?
Absolutely not. You know, honestly, you're never too old. You're never too old. I've got students that come to me and they're retired, you see, because they've got a bit of time on their hands. And I've got students that come to me, they're retired, they're 65 plus years old. Okay, I think the oldest student I've got coming is 79. And they've started pretty much from scratch. 1 or 2 of them knew the basics because they used to play years ago and then they haven't touched the piano for maybe 30 or 40 years, and then they've retired. But you know what? I like piano. So, and the thing is about Boogie Woogie, it's reasonably, you can play a basic Boogie Woogie or you can play a complicated Boogie Woogie. But the great thing is, it's fun. It's fun. Everyone seems to love it because it's kind of high energy. I mean, the only thing it does do is when you kind of play it for a long time, it kind of tires you out a little bit. You know, I start to sweat and all that. But I don't know. It's kind of almost like going down the gym, but for your hands. So yeah, it's kind of it's a workout for your hands, and it helps with coordination. I mean, the thing is with the left hand and the right hand thing, it's the whole coordination thing that is the biggest hurdle. And I always look at it like this. It's like learning to drive. Now, you know, if someone told you, you know, you're going to drive a car, okay, and you've got 4 gears or 5 gears or however many gears you have in a car, as long as it's not an automatic, then you know you've got to press the clutch down. You've got to change gear. You've got to indicate, steer, and look in the mirror and turn at the same time. If someone told you had to do that all at the same time, you'd go, God, I'll never do that. That's impossible. But before you know it, you're driving a car and you just do it without thinking you're having a conversation or whatever, listening to the radio, and so it's the same thing, except it's a lot easier than that because you've only got to do 2 things: it's coordinating left and right, you see. And as I say, just start off by at a very, very slow snail's pace. You know, like I said. Now, is there any more questions?
Well, we've just had some new super chats. They are from the Six Finger One.
Okay, well, I'm going to have to... Every time there's a super chat, I have a mouthful of cider or two. The Six Finger One.
The Six Finger One.
Okay, Six Finger One. Cheers, old boy.
And also, and also, let's see, Thomas Williams, who says it's worth every penny.
Thomas Williams. Okay, that's another couple of mouthfuls of cider.
And we've got some questions that are less about the actual piano, particular riffs, but okay, the first one's just someone sharing something with you. Dave Goodwin says,
Dave Goodwin, okay.
I am 66 and started to learn last week after becoming hooked after hearing you play, Terry.
Okay, great. That's good news. I'm glad to hear that. Dave
Goodwin.
Dave Goodwin. Dave. Cheers, Dave.
And I'd say good luck with that, Dave.
Yeah, great, yeah. Well, I'm hoping to make this a regular thing. Is it? If it works and people are getting something from it, and you know, then I'm hoping to make it once every 2 or 3 days or something, as often as you want them, really. And I'll just answer any questions you want to know, and I'll go over anything you want slowly. Anything. I'm here for you, basically. And by the way, thank you for the super chat money, everybody. I want you to, I'm not doing it for that, but I do appreciate it. It does help. It does help.
Jim963 says, what age is a good age to get your kids to learn piano? So when do you recommend?
Well, the thing is, younger the better. But you've got to remember, obviously if you're sort of 5 years old, you've got little hands, so they can't be expected to stretch a great deal. But the earlier they start, so if you start at 5 and you've kind of got small hands, it's a brilliant thing because you can kind of train your hands and fingers to stretch. So obviously at 5 you're not going to be able to probably hardly reach an octave really, but it basically the earlier the better. I mean obviously before 5 might be a bit tricky, but 5 is about right. And just obviously don't go straight in with the boogie, but let them play something. I would say that they want to play. That's the thing. So if you like a nursery rhyme or something like that, start off and if they like boogie woogie, and if you can demonstrate that it's fun, either show them a video of Jerry Lee Lewis who's clearly having fun when he plays, then it makes, if children see that you're having fun playing an instrument, they go, I want to do that. I think it's great. It's just, I'd say 5.
Ronald says, thank you so much, Terry. I'm 52 and bought a piano because of you.
Brilliant, well done.
Well done. I think that's a really good investment, to be honest.
Absolutely, can't go wrong.
People are asking if you will keep this live stream up on YouTube channel.
Yeah, it stays on as far as I know. I mean, it's the first live stream I've ever done, apart from the one at St Pancras a few weeks ago. But this is the first one I've done as a tutorial. So, yes, absolutely. I'm going to keep it. I think it automatically stays on YouTube, so it'll be kept on. It'll be kept on for all to see the Dr. K prank.
Oh my goodness, I'm not over that, if I'm honest. People are asking, are there any particular ways that you recommend ending a boogie? Because it's quite hard to finish it. It's sort of like, where do I go from here?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, let's do one then.
Yeah.
We'll do a basic one. Okay, so you do a boogie for say 4 minutes. So you've got this left hand and you've got the right hand. What I've been doing, you've got so you want an intro, a turnaround, and an ending. Now we've got the intro. There's the intro. And then we've got the sort of left hand and right hand thing going. Okay, so an ending. What I would do when you're on the last verse of the 12 bar, and I'm going to do this really slow now. And I know all them things I was just doing we haven't covered today, but we will in the future. I was just sort of giving you an example of what you can do. So supposing we just did the 12 bar. We're on the last round of the 12 bar, the final 12 bars. Okay, so we're going whatever riff you do. Then to F. basic form. So on your last 12 bar, okay, you're in F, C, 3, 4, then to F, 6, then C. Then when you go to the G on your final 12 bar, G to F, instead of going back to C now, so the last one isn't going to be 12. So in other words, the last round of 12 bar is going to be more than 12 bars. Because what you do, you play your G to F, then go back to G, then back to G again. Now that signals to people that the song or the boogies or the 12 bar, whatever it is coming to an end. So you wouldn't normally do this in the other verses. When you're ready to end it, you sort of think, okay, this is the last round. C, then F, then C. When you go to G, go G, 2, for 1 bar, 1, 2, then F, then back to G again. Third time, go to G. So you've gone G to F, G to F, G to F 3 times. So again. Now, that is one ending. Let's look at that today, and I'll show you other endings at another time. So here we go. So after you've done your G to F 3 times, go back to C. And just play this, C in the left hand, and E, G, and C in the right hand. Move to E in the left hand with the B flat, making this a 7th in the right hand. So you see that? So you've got C in the left hand with a E, C, the note C right down here, and then 2 octaves above, is it? Yeah, 1, 2, well, on the 3rd octave above, C, the E above middle C, play G, E, G, and C. Now you've moved up to E in the left hand with E, G, B flat, and C in the right hand. So then to F chord, and then so one more time, C in the left hand with G, C, and G, E, C, E, G, and C, and then add a 7th. So you keep the same chord on, but you add the B flat, which makes it C 7th. Then the left hand moves to E, and then F in the right hand with an F in the left, just a single note of F in the left hand. E flat, this chord here, E flat, F sharp, A and C with an F sharp in the left. So, and then that's just G, 2 G's, single notes, 2 A's, 2 B's, and 2 C's. So, and you can push it instead of going. You push it, you go. One more time, C in the right hand with a C in the left, E in the left with add a B flat. Then an F in the left hand with an F chord in the right, and then this chord, which is a diminished chord, E flat diminished, and then just single notes G, A, B, C. Okay. That bit, a little bit more complicated. You play F and A, then come to E flat with your index finger, and G, F and A, E flat and G, then move the E flat to the E to make it E natural, then to C with your thumb, over with your middle finger to A, and then end on E and C. So, 2 chords there, C sharp, octave C sharp in the left hand with an F, A flat, a B flat, and a C sharp. Move down semitones with every note. Every note moves down a semitone. So the C sharp octaves at the bottom move down to C with an E and a G and an A and a C. So obviously this bit, I kind of jazz it up a bit with a lot of. So, but it's in its basic form. It is. Play the G, you're at the just one more time at your end of your 12 bar. Back to G again, to F, and G again, to F. And that's your sort of ending. So you've got. So today we kind of covered an intro, a turnaround, and an ending, and a few little bits in between with the 12 bars, and a very cruel joke.
I couldn't put it better myself. I found quite a comment that I found quite amusing was Dave, who said, I stumbled upon one of your videos once. As an ex-drinker, that was the best stumble I ever made.
Cheers, old boy.
Yeah, so there's a lot of people saying that they've really liked this stream. I saw someone, I can't remember the name, so I do apologise for that, but they said, would you ever consider doing a live stream, as well as doing the tutorials, because they like those, but also doing one where they might give you some requests and you play sort of songs that they know?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I'm going to round off this live stream now, because this has all been a bit of an experiment. And if anyone's got a request and I know it, I'll give it a go.
All right, well, while people send in their requests, then I'll read a couple of comments.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people saying thank you, and I'd like to say a big thank you to you for watching, because it'd be nothing without all the viewers and without Dr. K. Yeah, so... absolutely loved the stream, says James. 12 has been commenting throughout. Their username is just 12, but they would like you to say hello to 12 because they have been commenting quite a lot on the stream. Flake Ice says bravo. Everyone's saying that they really appreciate your work. We've had a suggestion from Matty England, who says...
Oh, Matty, I know Matty England.
I know Matty England as well.
Yeah.
He says Swanee River Boogie or sorry, I can't read, or the All Saints Boogie. Do you know any of those?
Yeah, I mean, I know them both. I was going to do tutorials, actually, on next time on Swanee River, but... yeah, let's do should we do the Saints? Because I was planning to do a tutorial on Swanee River. Oh, we could do that. Do a tutorial on this next time, so but let's just give it a go, see.
There's certainly never a dull day in this. Oh my goodness, I'm still quite in shock. But we've got a few people in the comment section who are also still in shock. But it's been a great stream, I think I can say.
Yep. And that's. I mean, I hope to do it again. So, I mean,
Definitely.
If you want to send in a few requests of what we can learn, actually, like if you want to do, a lot of people have been asking for the Boogie Woogie Stomp, which I was going to do today, but for obvious reasons, it kind of other things cropped up. But I'll do it next time. Boogie Woogie Stomp. Well, at least we'll start with the intro.
Definitely.
We'll start with the intro, Boogie Woogie Stomp, and we'll look at that. And if anyone's got any thoughts on the stream of how I can improve it, you know, if you'd like to see me go slower, or the lighting could be better, or to keep Hackney Council away from the door or something. You'd be more than happy to do so. Well, I think we're going to call it a day for today. Because still shaking. Shaking.
Some people are saying it's your bedtime, Terry. So
No, not for a while.
Matty England says, thanks, Terry. That was amazing as always. Get yourself a couple more ciders on me, and has given us a donation.
Oh, Matty England, old boy. Cheers. Well, okay, I think we'll just do a little ending. Watching. I hope that you've learned something from it. I hope you can take something away from this live stream, and everybody as well, of course, that did the super chat thing. I want to thank you. It helps. It really does help.
It does.
It really does. It really does. Keeps me in Red Sox.
Yeah.
And keeps the old piano tuned. Let's maintain. So thank you very much. And look, it's my last drop. Look.
Oh.
Look at that. Look. Look at that. Look. My last drop. Thank you, everybody. Cheers.
Can I just say there was an overwhelming amount of people in the comments saying thank you and saying very, very kind things.
Okay.
And we are seeing all of the comments, but it's so hard to reply to everyone individually.
Yes.
But of course, Terry will be going through all of the comments. This is going to be uploaded as an actual YouTube video after the live stream has ended.
I will do that. I'll because I know that we're filming it now on the camera, and the comments go up quite fast, and Elsie probably can't keep up with everyone, but I will go through them individually, and I'll say hello to everyone and answer whatever questions I can. I'll do that probably on Monday or something.
But keep the requests coming. All of the lovely comments is very kind.
Because if this works, like there's a lot of people, if people are getting something from it, I will be more than happy to do another, because I've really enjoyed it. I've really enjoyed your company. It's great. I was a bit nervous before, and then when that happened, I was just about relaxed and settled down, and then that happened.
Shameless self-promotion. I myself am going live at 8 p.m. if anyone wants to.
Who's this now?
Myself.
Oh, sorry. Yes, I meant to say, Elsie, my daughter, who's talking and tell me what the comments are, and doing all this camera work, because the camera work is. She's got to hold the old thing and keep swapping hands and all that, moving around. It's quite tiring. Got to hold that for an hour and a half, and then unexpected things like outside the door, the Hackney Council people and all that kind of thing. And so Elsie is going live at 8 o'clock. That's GMT, 8 o'clock GMT, from this very room. And she's going to be playing this very piano and playing the guitar and possibly the ukulele and singing a lot of her songs, a lot of cover versions and a lot of her own songs too. And she does this most Saturdays at 8 o'clock GMT. So Elsie will be on. So if anybody wants to swap over to Elsie, Elsie's my daughter, and her channel is called Elsie Miles. So if they put Elsie Miles in, will they?
It will definitely come up, yes.
Elsie Miles, and she's going to be broadcasting in, what time is it now? That clock's a little bit, an hour fast actually. So I think it's about 6:15 now. So Elsie will be broadcasting live from this very room. Hopefully there'll be no
interruptions
at 8 o'clock. And
all right.
I'll see everyone. I'm going to finish my drink, and I'm going to what should I do?
A big goodbye from both of us, maybe.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I forgot you could
it's
do
me.
that.
People are asking. Is it actually
Yes.
Elsie? It is.
This is my daughter. Look.
Hello.
My daughter. This is
you.
Elsie. And she's doing all the camera work, and she's the one that films all the church. Well, most of the time she does the church. She's with me as well. She films all the when I'm going around the churches. She does pretty much most of my camera work. To be honest. So yeah, she's great, isn't she? So.
Yeah. If you can hear my voice very loudly, I do apologise. It's because I'm a lot closer to the camera than Terry is usually, so it might be a bit unbalanced. But I'm hoping it's okay to watch. All right. Well, are we good to go now?
One more drink.
One more drink.
This is to everyone. This is to you all.
To everyone, even Dr. K. And Hackney Council.
Even Dr. K and Moomin, his
Moomin.
camera person. Hackney Council, yeah.
Okay.
We're going to sign off now.
Big thank you,
Thank
everyone.
you. Bye-bye now.
Goodbye.
See you next time.
See you. Bye.